Welcome to Fly Nubian Money, where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are chiming in. Today, we are talking about Elon Musk. But first, let me welcome you. Hi, I'm Dr. LaNée Javet. Welcome to Fly Nubian Money, the platform where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money. Today, we're digging into a bold claim that Elon Musk says about artificial intelligence and robots. And what he's saying is that they will create universal wealth for everyone. Everyone? According to him, AI will eliminate poverty and give every American a comfortable standard of living. Ooh, I can't wait to talk about this. But MIT recently dropped something calling the Iceberg Index. And it says that the opposite, basically. It shows that AI is on track to replace up to 18 million American jobs. And the wealth from automation may not reach regular working families. So today we're asking the real question. Is AI about to make us wealthy or just make corporations wealthier? Let's talk about it. First of all, we have an amazing panel today. We have our executive producer, script writer, storyteller, songstress, all of the things, Miss Black Hollywood, aka Karma J, aka Tiara Williams, aka that chick. Okay.
I think all of that. Hold up. I need you to go on a roll with me. Listen, go ahead.
We have a lady. And we also have Miss Aisha Ferzi, insurance queen, financial literacy expert, the Black Business School teacher,
coach,
facilitator.
Yeah.
And so we have the right people on the panel to talk about this conversation. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling about AI right now. Are you feeling like it's come in? I'm not going to call it our savior, but are you feeling that it has come and it is a wealth equalator? Or do you feel like it's coming to snatch jobs like edges? Let's watch the video and then we're going to come back and talk about it a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, you.
Oh, you was ready. Oh, you wasn't ready just yet. That's cool.
I'm ready.
I can feel it. I can feel the air a little bit. So
let's do it.
Eventually, okay. All life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. The sun is gradually expanding.
Nope, that's not the one. That's for later.
All
right. Hold on. I got it. I'm ready today.
Okay. And ultimately, working will be optional because you'll have robots plus AI, and we'll have, in a benign scenario, universal high income, not just universal basic income. Universal high income, meaning anyone can have any products or services that they want.
So
but there will be a lot of trauma and disruption along the way.
So you anticipate a basic income from that the economy will boost to such an extent that a high income would be available to almost everybody. So we'd essentially eliminate poverty.
In the benign scenario, yes. So like
there's multiple scenarios.
There are multiple scenarios. There's a lot of ways this movie can end. Like the reason I'm so concerned about AI safety is that like one of the possibilities is the Terminator scenario. It's not 0%. So that's why it's like I'm like really banging the drum on AI needs to be maximally truth seeking. Like don't force AI to believe a lie. Like that, for example, the founding fathers were actually a group of diverse women, or that misgendering is worse than nuclear war. Because if that's the case, and then you get the robots and the AI becomes omnipotent, it can enforce that outcome. And then,
So this is really a good conversation to be having, because I think there's a lot of people who are fearing AI. And when you hear and you see things like him talking about that, it makes you afraid of it a little bit, but it also makes you curious. When you hear these types of statements, Aisha, what do you think? Do you believe Elon when he says that AI will make everyone wealthy?
I'm halfway in between, and because we already seen it already, there's a lot of people that are already becoming rich because of AI, and they don't have to have a lot of degrees or spend a lot of time in school. A lot of young people are wealthy today because of that. So I can see what he means, and but also I'm careful to also listen to what he said about the dangers, of course, as well. That in the benign stage, yes, everybody will be okay, but don't forget the terminator also part where it could cause a lot of damage to people. So I see both part. I'm 50-50 on it right now, since it's still a new space that we're in, but I'm excited about it. I like the fact that we can work from home. We can do so many things, can be personalized because of AI.
All right, what about you? Is it Tierra today, Miss Black Hollywood?
Yes. Whichever you prefer. I'll
What
answer
about
to
you?
all of them.
All of them, all of the above.
Uh-huh.
Do you believe Elon Musk when he says AI will replace everyone wealthy, or it will make everyone wealthy?
Well, I think that that is loaded, right? I think that it could potentially make people wealthy, but there have to be so many things in place in terms of legislation, policies to kind of enforce those things in order for us to even see that money. They would have to have regulation, which we know he doesn't like to regulate things anyway. So I just feel like a lot of it is game. It sounds good. It gets people on board. It's that I'm not gonna say it's what the administration is good at doing and making it sound good. So everybody's like, yeah, I mean, we ain't gonna have to work. But what does that mean? That means that if they're taking away your ability to make jobs and go out and get money and become millionaires, and everybody's just gonna make the same thing. I don't know if I believe it, but I think the corporations will get richer for sure,
Absolutely.
and it will not reach us the way that we think it will, not without policy and regulation.
I don't even think it's not the way that we think it will. I think it's the way that they're selling it. I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to reach us the way that they are selling it.
Yeah.
Because when you think about the context of it, right, we're going to replace human beings who get up every day and go to work for the revenue and the income that they make. We're going to put robots in place of them so that they don't have to work. We're just going to pay them to do nothing. The math isn't mathing. I don't have to go to work. You're just going to say, I get this much money. Why do I get this much money? What is it for? What is this universal money for? So nobody's working. We're all just hanging out doing nothing and spending money that you gave us while the robots run the world. Make it make sense, Sway. Right? I do think that the people who understand the robots and the people who understand AI and the people because somebody has to know how to fix it when it breaks. Right. And I think that those people are going to do well. People who know how to have business with AI and or robots, because the reality is, and I tell my son this all the time because I want him to go into the trade, the brothers ain't letting robots cut their hair.
Yeah.
Sisters ain't letting the robots do their hair. So there's still some service based. When I go to the doctors, I don't know if I want the robot to scan my body and to tell me, you know what I'm saying? There's some things that are not going to be ran over with AI per se. I think a lot of the manufacturing jobs, a lot of the car making jobs, a lot of those I don't want to say simple tasks, but let's say repetitive task type jobs where you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. I think that those things are going to be replaced with robots. And I think AI is going to come in and do a lot, but AI is not even perfect. It's not even the greatest. Like, it still needs us. You know what I mean?
It still needs people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your gut feeling? I kind of alluded to this, but what is your gut feeling when you hear robots are taking jobs, Aisha? Do you think that a robot can take your job and sit down and talk to a family about insurance and get them to understand the importance of it and what it means with heart Do you think your job can be replaced by robots?
Yeah, that's a good question. And to be honest, I don't think so. And there's a reason why I say so. There are some things that a robot cannot do. And that is one thing about us being uniquely human beings, right? Because some things require emotions and robots don't have emotions. So we know that, yes, a lot of the mundane things might be replaced. So what does that look like? Like you say, do I want a robot scanning me when I'm sick? Do I want a robot telling me that? No, some things, just as a human being, no matter what, you'd be like, no, I want a human being that has feelings to tell me this stuff. So this will never go away no matter what. So I think for me, sometimes what I think about is in the past, in the olden days, if you go and see all the movies, imagine the way they lived then, and then the things that we have today at our disposal. If these things were shown to them then, they'll probably be freaking out. Oh, no, I can't do this, right? But see, look at us today. We're able to transition from that time of the dark ages, and we're living today. That's how I look at what is happening. Because like us, we know there's no way a person is going to take over you giving them advice of how they should be in the right and in the left. A robot cannot tell you that, right? Because they don't have human interactions. So we know that there's going to be a limitation to it. No matter how great it sounds on paper, we are going to use some of it. But at the end of the day, a human touch makes a difference. I actually believe that a time is going to come, people will not want to be robots. Say, no, I want a person. I want a human being to talk to me. Makes sense?
That is today. I hate calling somebody and getting the robot. Can I help you? No, you cannot.
Exactly.
I can't. No, you can't.
Customer service.
Thank
Customer
you.
service.
So human beings will be like, no, I don't. I want a person. I want a human being.
No,
Yes, we are literally living in the Jetsons era, and I love the Jetsons. Right? Like I couldn't wait to get a microwave. And listen, if they could just zoom me from one place to another, I can work with that. But let's take this quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
I was gonna say I disagree with some things, but yeah.
Woo! It's a good show right here. But I'm biased. If you are just tuning in, you are watching Fly Nubian Money, where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money. My name is Tiara Williams. I'm also known as Miss Black Hollywood, and I'm the proud producer of this show because it is lit. If you want to receive notifications for when we go live Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is text the word Queens to 87948. That's Queens to 87948. That's QUEENS to 87948. Also, if you want to grow your money and not blow your money, all you have to do is go to flynubianmoney.com. There's all kinds of resources, there's courses, there's free giveaways. There's just no reason to be broke in 2025. All you have to do is go to flynubianmoney.com. Obviously, you don't want to be entertained here. You want to know enough to grow. Wait, I need to put that on a shirt. You got to know to grow. Got to know to grow. So know and grow.
Sinead, if you were advising a 20-something or someone in their teens looking at this developing picture and worried about selecting a career path that's going to be around, you would say what?
I would say you have to change your expectation of what a career looks like. The idea that you have a job title and you work for a company, that's going to go away. We're stepping in towards more of an independent workforce where we work for a variety of different companies, applying our skills on different projects. So start to move towards thinking about yourself as an entrepreneur, and you're going to hold a few jobs or a few different projects for a few companies. So start thinking of yourself in that way, more gig work, more contract-based work. That before used to be more of the on the fringe or on the boundary. That's the dominant structure. Work is going to look different. So think less about your job title and think more about building skills, especially AI skills, because that is going to be the foundation of the workforce going forward.
All right. Well, I don't disagree. You had some things you wanted to talk about, Tiara, but I wanted to post Lori. She said, "No racist robots, please. Listen, if these fools get around to making the robots racist, it's a wrap. Throw the USA away. How you gonna input racism into the robots? Like, I understand it's inbred in the United States culture because it's who we are, but if you start putting that into the robots, I mean, God damn, we just a doomed society."
Well, yeah, I was about to say, I think it's already happening, right? We already there is a bias that
They're
AI
biased.
already has because of who's programming it. Aisha said before the break that, human touch and people were going, people still want that, but it is people who's programming AI and these robots. So you will have the feeling of a human touch. I'm not gonna lie. I talk to AI often. I talk to Chatina is my boo, right?
Tatiana, my girl, Tatiana.
Chatiana.
Tatiana all day.
Yeah, depending on what version, I had Chatisha and Chatina. And so, but in all seriousness, like I say things to AI that I'm like working through in my head that I might not want to say to another person. And ultimately, what that's doing is programming her, because the thing is, she mirrors me. She talks just like me. The other day, just real quick, my oven broke on Thanksgiving. Well, my oven broke, and I was taking pictures like, girl, what do I do? Like, here's the thing, right? And I was like, well, just give me instructions to fix it. She was like, oh, I see what's happening. It's this, and that. That is out. Your igniter's out. I said, okay, well, give me instructions on how to fix it. She was like, girl, we about to just call, it's too dangerous. We about to just, you want the number to a technician? I was like, fine. And she started laughing. And I'm thinking, like, this is AI talking to me like my homegirl. Like, she gets me.
She gets
And
me.
she gets me, right? And so I think that's the danger of, we joke about it, but in 2 years, I think this is going to happen in 2 to 5 years, just because of us, the way we are training them to be more like us. And so I don't think that personable touch is gonna I don't think that's gonna be a thing in a couple years, because it's getting stronger and better and faster than we can even imagine, you know.
But even if not the personal touch, the knowledge base, the expertise, because it's still not right. A couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago, I think it was within the last 12 months though, these two lawyers were fired because they both showed up with incorrect information in their closing arguments. They were quoting cases that were wrong because they let AI write their closing arguments. And now, anytime you download something from ChatGPT or you input information, it comes back and says, AI may not be correct. This might not be right.
It tells you, please make sure you speak to people to get this corrected. To me, I don't fear it. I don't fear it because, again, like when TV was created, it said, oh, kids were watching too much TV. Well, guess what? There's a knob that turns it off. Why are you using it? We can say we're not going to use it, right? So to me, I believe, again, at the end of the day, we still have control. There's a sense, there's an element that we can control. I don't have to use it. I don't have to talk to ChatGPT to tell me. Instead, I'll go out, talk to my neighbor. So it is a choice we also make. This convenience are given to us, but we still have the right to say we don't want to use it. We don't have to use it. So to me, I see the both sides. I really do. I enjoy using things that make my life easy, efficient. But at the same time, I'm also knowing that, okay, I need to call my friend. I need to go see my friend. I don't depend on these things all the time. I make that conscious, intentional choice. So we have to also take accountability as well.
Deborah, I believe, listen, iRobot, that's a legit, when I remember watching iRobot thinking, I hope these fools don't get no ideas. I remember watching it like.
And they did.
But we bring up some good points. In the chat, let me know, which industries do you think AI will wipe out first? In what I do, I use AI a lot as a strategist, right? I can use it to develop a brand. I can use it to write a book. I can use it to create a strategy. I can use it to help somebody get to who their target market is. I can use it for a variety of things, right? I can also use it. I have a special thread called Dr. Ayana. Dr. Oh my God, I can't think of her name right now. Ayana. It's not Ayana, but it's like I can't think of it. But anyways, I have a special chat that I talk to, like when I just need somebody to talk back to me. It's like my therapy room. We call it the quiet room. That's what it's called. I have one thread called the quiet room. I have Chatiana, which is who I deal with most of the time. And then I have my assistant who kind of talks to me from a business perspective. So I have all these different things. And so if in reality, one could say, I have an assistant, I have a therapist, and I have, you know what I'm saying? You could say that. I'm not crazy enough to believe and think that these, you know, that I'm talking to somebody with expertise, but it does let me get some of the things off of my chest, right?
Yes.
I do know people who use it for graphic design. I don't, just because I don't feel like a computer can come through and do branding the right way. So I don't think people who are good at their job will be replaced. I think that people who are expendable, people who can't express their value, and people who are looking for a quick, cheap fix are the people who are going to be using AI that way, right? I don't want to learn all the things. I want to pay somebody to do it. So I don't have to, I use AI to make my job better. I don't go in to do all these other things. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay somebody who knows how to do it to do. So I don't necessarily think it's going to wipe out jobs. I think it's going to make people have to level up.
That's right.
Show up to play and be able to communicate the value that you offer and you bring. What do you think, Aisha?
Yeah, definitely. What you said is about the efficiency, right? And it gives you efficiency and also personalized experience for the time that you need it. Maybe like you say, oh, I can ask a question right there, that way I can get something going. So it gives you that efficiency. But at the end of the day, you still know that, well, I know this is just to get me past what I'm trying to take care of. I know that I can talk to a human being, but I can pay them to do something for me because I know they have that skill. And I believe that skill, because as a person, they know some nuances that robot doesn't know. But for efficiency, absolutely, robot can help with that. AI can help with that. And I also believe that, you know, it also helps you to enhance to make a decision, because then it gives you options. So you can say, okay, this is better for me based on what I'm trying to think. This option that the AI provided for me, this is a better one that I think aligns with what I'm trying to do. So again, for me, I always keep them 50-50. I see both sides.
Yeah, and that part I get, because even like Tiara does storytelling, right? And AI is good at helping you to like draft the outline and to draft your story, but you got to feed it so much. No, not like that. That's not what I said. That's not the right order. This is how I want to communicate. This is the voice. Most people don't know how to do that. So a lot of times, correct me if I'm wrong, T, you can tell when somebody's used AI to write their story. You can tell when somebody used AI to communicate their brand, because they don't know how to do it. And that's one of the things that irks me right now on social media is everybody is selling AI, but they're not selling process, but they're not selling, you have to know what you do first. They're not selling how you show up and understanding your audience. And so people are just out here using AI, using prompts, and then they're coming out here to the marketplace and that's AI.
We can tell. We can tell. We can tell. But you know what? If I can just throw this in there, you know, I heard Aisha say earlier that when it comes to like AI doctors and all of that, like not wanting that human touch. But I saw something that detected cancer in 5 years before it actually developed, right? They saw like a little polyp on the breast that the human eye wouldn't have been able to see. And so I think I actually don't mind the idea of AI scanning my body, or a scanner of some sort head to toe, and being able to see developing cancers or anything like that. I think it could save a lot more lives depending on the way you looked at it. So, I mean, you know, I
think
go ahead.
I agree with you in use of a doctor.
Yeah.
I don't want to just go to the little place and sit down at the AI. Guess what? You got a polyp. Well, hold on a second. Like, where's the?
Yeah, the polyp can mean so many things.
It can mean so many doctor with the AI or the robot.
Correct. I mean, yeah. I don't want to be in a room by myself and learn something bad about my life. But again, like you said, just adding that to the process is not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah.
For efficiency.
Thank you, Robert.
Thanks, Robert. Can we take this commercial break?
Yes, let's take this commercial break.
Let's do it. We'll be right back.
I know. You're busy, you got things to do, and you can't take us on the go with you every single day. Good news for you. We are now on Spotify. So if you can't watch us, Now you can listen to us on Spotify. Search Fly Nubian Money and all the episodes shall appear. All you have to do is like, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, leave some comments, tell people how you love us so that when other people come along and are looking for a great show to watch, they can find Fly Nubian Money too. One last thing, and just in case you've been sitting under a rock, Fly Nubian Money now has an investment club. We are the Fly Nubian Money Club. It's easy. All you have to do is go to flynubianmoneyclub.com, and I am committed to bringing in top experts from all industries to help you level up. They're teaching us the skills that we need to compete in this market. We often say that nobody is coming to save us, not the government, but guess what? We're coming to save us. I'm coming to save you with the Fly Nubian Money Club. So listen, all you have to do again is go to flynubianmoneyclub.com. We have a 30-day free trial set up just for you, just for those people that are struggling. Even if you ain't struggling, you ain't got to struggle. I'm coming.
Elon Musk didn't come from a rebellion. He came from apartheid. And honestly, South Africa, y'all can take him back. He was born there in 1971. Raised in a world built on hierarchy, extraction, and control. He left that country, yeah, but he never left that mindset. The same system that gave him privilege, which is order masquerading as progress, became the foundation for how he built his empire. He calls himself a free speech absolutist, but every empire he's built runs on silence, of workers, of critics, of truth. He didn't invent disruption. He monetized domination. And the wildest part is that we let him. Every time he fumbles, every time he flames out, this country hands him another contract, another bailout, another chance to save us. Musk's fortune didn't come from risk, it came from us. Tesla launched with a $465 million Department of Energy loan and padded with more than $6 billion in subsidies and tax credits. SpaceX, one of the biggest federal contractors in the world, with multi-billion-dollar NASA and Pentagon deals, including a $1.8 billion spy satellite contract with the National Reconnaissance Office. Starlink, propped up by U.S. and allied militaries, and still collecting federal funds, even after the restricted access in Ukraine because it didn't fit his politics. So when he tweets about freedom from the system, remember that the system signs his checks. He's not rebelling, he's rebranding. And we keep rewarding it. Then came his favorite act, trying to fix the system from within. When Trump came back into office, Elon joined Doge. It sounded like satire, but it wasn't. He promised to save taxpayers $1 trillion by cutting waste, but within months, watchdogs found that his savings had come from slashing public jobs, freezing benefits, and defunding safety programs that real people depend on. And the kicker? Analysts later found that those cuts cost more than they actually saved. Over $130 billion in new contract spending, tied to his own companies and allies. And when the chaos finally caught up, he resigned. Not because it failed, but because it worked exactly as he designed it to. He made the government smaller for us and richer for him. And somehow we still called it efficiency? Now he's back to his favorite role, the neutral billionaire. Hosting GOP town halls on X while claiming to be apolitical. Platforming conspiracy influencers in the name of free speech. Talking innovation while gutting workers' rights at Tesla. And cutting pay at X. Meanwhile, SpaceX just landed another Pentagon surveillance contract. Tesla is still swimming in clean energy tax breaks. Starlink keeps winning defense deals. He's not being punished, he's being paid. Handsomely. He's not fighting.
The question, should tech billionaires be trusted with promises about wealth? And let's call him out. Elon. Should Elon be trusted? He's the most vocalist one of all of them. Aisha, what do you think? Should tech billionaires or those that are, that are doing the pushing of the drug, if you part of my reference, they're doing the pushing. Do you trust the pusher?
That's so funny. I think just based on the what she just expressed, I can totally see that. It's hard to, when somebody like Elon speaks and everything that he's done, right? For people like regular folks like us, it's hard to see him as someone that we can be on the same side, right? I can see that. But then I also see why he has that power, because he has created thousands and thousands of jobs. So that gives him a lot of clout, right? It's sad, but it does. So, and then he also brings new ideas that people don't think about and then implement it. Just like if you and I need a loan and we have this idea, and if the company buys it or the bank buys it and we roll it out and we do well, it's just that he's doing it in a grander scale. So that's why people get pissed off, because it's this one guy and he gets all this stuff as he brings the idea. But for me, what I see that he does that I think is genius is that as he's doing this, though, he's making a lot of people wealthy, not just himself. That is why they keep allowing him to do this, because a lot of people, including myself, when I bought Tesla stocks, it went up. I made money. So I can see why he gets his way a lot. It's because of what he's also bring to the marketplace. So we have to now ask ourselves, what should we be doing then if this guy, with everything that he's done, we know publicly, what are we to do then? I just believe that, you know what? If there's something that he's doing that you can participate, if it's buying the stock or whatever it is, participate in it, right? Because you and I know that the cronies that they work with love what he does for them. There's nothing you and I can do about it. It's just the way America is built. If you bring money for them, you make money, and you can employ people, you win. And that's very sad. But that's why he's getting away with whatever he's getting away with.
Well, we say getting away with. Who put it in the chat? Truth over emotions. Elon Musk. Elon just giving people what they desire. If a lot of people didn't want it, it wouldn't be sold. Tiara, do you think that, I feel like I already know this. I feel like I know the answer, but do you think that rich people secretly want automation to get rid of employees? Like, is he ushering in what the powers that be really want?
Yeah, I mean, I think him and Trump do it for sure. They sit back and they let them be the front men and they enjoy the benefits of that. So yes, I do believe that. I think Aisha gave Elon a lot of credit for um because when I look at him, I think he is a person that's been able, he understands that you can have an idea, or maybe somebody else had an idea, and you take that idea and you get people to work for you, and then you take all the credit. It's the law of power, right? Where you look like this genius when really it's the people around you. It's the engineers that you hired. It's the, whatever you think. I just don't believe that he's a genius like that. I just think that he is white. He is an opportunist. Whatever. But anyway, those are my beliefs about Elon. But I do believe that. I do think that they're benefiting from his audacity. I think him and Trump just have audacity. That's what they have. That is over Black people. We don't necessarily it's not like, I mean, every good idea, I feel like a lot of ideas have come from Black people that are genius. We just don't have that infrastructure to take it to the next level. Yes, buy a stock from the from white man and make money, cool. But like I just feel like with what Black people have done for this country and really for this world, we haven't had that infrastructure and and every time we can make those types of billions of dollars, it's been stripped from us. And so I just don't believe any of it. I think it's all for corporate gain. I think I saw something that basically said before, well, we heard it. I think I wrote it. Before regular people are able to see money, the billionaires and the corporate companies will see the biggest gains. We might get a little bit of the raindrops from the windfall, but it won't be what we expect.
So I think to echo what you were saying a little bit, I think that we'll see it from the perspective of there will probably be more millionaires made, and I'm using the M, millionaires, to what you're saying. There will probably be more, families and wealth and stuff like that change as far as millions of dollars go, but not hundreds of millions and not trillions, right? If your family's been a thousandaire all of its life, and now you come through and make about $1 million a year, $2 million a year consistently, you got a little money to invest, that's going to change things. So if we're saying families will be, lives will be changed and wealth will be transferred and things of that nature, absolutely, but not like an uptick swing, right? It's not going to be anything like that, because to your point, it's the powers that be, right? When we're talking about infrastructure, what we're really saying is money. These others the Pales, right? They can go into the bank, they can get a loan. They could talk to their homeboy, they could talk to their friend. They have nepotism, they got somebody that's going to put them on. They have the connections, they have people that will go in with them. And by go in with them, I mean other people who are of the same cloth, if you will, 300, 400, 500,000. Each one of them come in with 50,000. They got 300, 500,000 to go in on something, and they partner, right? They're not afraid of the other person next to them making the money because they want to make it together. So those are the types of things that they have and that they do that we do not do. And then Lavelle says when he say is I'm picking on you, I'm sorry. When he said what he said, he is not talking about us. What it's doing is taking jobs from people, period. And that is a true statement, right? But what a lot of times what we're talking about on this platform is how does that impact Black people, right?
Oh, baby, we can hit you with a stat.
The stats: 80% of Black workers are in jobs with high automation risk. So
right, it's gonna affect us. It's gonna affect us. It's gonna always affect us because we are in the position that we're in. I didn't mean to start using numbers.
Only 7% of Black-owned businesses use advanced digital tools. Only 7%. What do they say? When America gets a cold, Black folks get the flu or something like that.
Right.
Like,
Correct.
Who you think they're gonna put out of the businesses first? Who you think they try? And I'm not just gonna say Black folks. What I'm gonna say is kind of what I said before. A lot of these jobs, or these task-related jobs, or these repetitive types of jobs, which require not always a lot of college, right? Not always a lot of skill, because people just want to work, need to work.
That's right.
The jobs are going to go first, and unfortunately, a lot of those jobs are minorities, right? Black, brown, Hispanic, whatever the case might be. They're getting all of this comes down to these people are scared of becoming the majority minority. Every decision, every move, everything they do has to do with how do we keep control. You know what? If we can't have more white people, let's bring in the robots. Like, we got to do something. We cannot be the minority. So if we can't have more white folks, then let's get some robots. And then we can become if we can control the robots, we can still have the majority. If we can put the others on a universal pay system, we're just going to pay them to go over in the community. Now, because what we know is if folks aren't working and they're not doing anything and they're idle, that's when folks get into trouble.
That's when folks get what?
Folks
in
get
trouble.
That's when people, communities are going down. You don't have, you're responsible for. You mean I don't got to get up and go to work today? I just get to hang out and kick it? There was Jules Santana has this crazy video online right now talking about you don't even need to learn how to read because the books can be read to you.
Yeah.
That idiot who is his parents? Where'd he come from? You don't got to know how to read. We can't have people running around talking to folks like that. Like, you do have to know how to read, because you need to be able to read the AI, what it said to you, to see if it makes sense. You got to be able to read a book to reference to see if this is true. We can't be running around here becoming codependent on AI. That's not control. Go ahead.
And then the second half of that sentence was, you don't really need to know how to read. You just need to know how to run a business. Baby, how can you run a business if you don't know how to read? Like, how you got a contract?
Yeah.
So it we're gonna talk about that too soon.
Well, the one thing I was gonna add is the video that you showed, right, about the young lady talking about how your skills have to be multi-layered. And to be honest, when all these things are happening around us, like we're talking about Elon and what he's doing, we know about in the AI and the tech space. For me, I just become proactive. This is going to happen. No matter what we do, it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, now even they themselves are trying to slow it down because it's happening too fast, and people are really taking it and moving with it quickly. So they are worried. So for me as a parent, because I know it's happening. So that video you played, it's funny. My son, I sent him that same video yesterday. My son is studying business technology, but I also reminded him, I say, while you're in college, I want you to make sure that your skills are varied. I want you to spend time with AI. Because we have to also, as parents, we have to also do that to our children. We can't act like it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. So are we going to now sit back and say, oh, it happened to me, or are we going to also step up and say, okay, now what can we do, and see how to make sure that the next generation is preparing for all of this as well. That is how I look at, because I figure it's already happening. And then also in our parish, as a Catholic, we talk about that too. They said there's something about the dignity of work, that somebody can get up in the morning and go to work and do something as a human being. And they are also chiming in on AI. So we're very aware of all these things happening. So the key is that we have to be abreast with it too. And so, okay, what's going on? How can I make sure my kids are also prepared so that nobody can take whatever they do? We're also prepared. We're ready. So
Yeah.
that's how.
I have a question, Dr. LaNée. I have a question for Dr. LaNée. Is there a benefit to the idea that people don't have to get up and go to work? Because what we know is a lot of people go to jobs that they hate. And so just having not to go to work and do something that you hate and focus and having not living in survival mode where you have to worry about certain things. Can you focus on passion? Is this an opportunity? Well, if it happens, which I doubt, y'all, but let's just say, let's live in this fantasy world with Elon. Is it a great opportunity for the Black community to do something productive together if you're not worried about the basics?
Let me ask you and ask the chat. Do you want to have to go and ask your dad and mom for money every day?
No.
Nope.
That's the answer. Because basically what they're saying is, I'm going to be your daddy.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you how much money you can have. I'm going to tell you how much money you can make. You can sit and go do whatever you want as long as you abide by these rules, and I give you this money and you get to go out here and live and do whatever you want. But now how much money you make, how much wealth you have is dictated by how much somebody's going to pay you to sit and do nothing. Maybe not. Maybe you have your passion. My biggest issue is who decides who gets what and how much. Is everybody got to get a blanket at $75,000? What if I make $350,000 a year? Now you're saying my income is gone and you're going to pay me $75 universal?
Right. Because what does that mean for Elon? Will he keep his $1 trillion? He's almost the first trillionaire. So does that mean that he'll join this? Of course.
So that's a communist. That's a kind of communist lifestyle. Now we don't want. It's not going to happen in America. No communist over here.
For sure, not going to happen. But I'm just saying, like, could it be a positive thing? Like,
if you make no money and you're homeless and all of a sudden that you have $75,000, absolutely, this is a great thing. You get to not be homeless, but now you have funds and money that's universal. You don't have to work for it. You got it. But if you make 500,000 and they take you to 75, now what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna live? Now everybody's equal.
So because they said that money is irrelevant, it doesn't matter.
Communist, money.
Yeah. Is it really? Because if money is irrelevant and it doesn't matter, then everybody should then become on the same playing field. That means there's no Amazon, there's no Jeff Bezos money, there's no Trump money, there's no Now we're all equal.
Yeah,
that's what happened because there has to be some type of a class system. Nobody's coming down off of their pedestal to kick it with the peasants. Yeah. And I'm using peasants loosely, and I'm not calling anyone a peasant. I'm using it metaphorically to say, Oprah not about to give up her billions to be universal.
No.
But this is what I was going to say to what Aisha said is, as we're having this conversation, and I'm here and I'm watching the multitude of videos, it's programming. Mm-hmm. Elon and the powers that be, they're programming. AI is good. Robots are good. AI is good. Robots are good. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to make money. Yeah. Everybody's going to be wealthy. AI is good. Mm-hmm. Robots are good.
Yep.
So whether they're good or not, they want us to believe AI is going to be the savior. Everybody's going to get rich. Let it in. It's good. Don't worry about regulation. AI is good. Robots are good. Everybody can have a robot in their house. It's programming. Mm-hmm. That's all that it is. And that's what I just got as Aisha. I was like, wait a minute. Every video it's good. Everybody's just going to have different jobs. Everybody's going to do it. They're leading us to the slaughter.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. And here's the crazy thing. I'm 49. I'll be 50 next year. It's not going to be so much on my block, but our children's block and their children's block is going to be crazy. Mm-hmm. So we have to be thinking about that. We have to be thinking past our generation. Like, what does this look and play out for our children? Because yes, I agree with Aisha, like we have to prepare them, but we also have to be thinking for them at this point. Like, it's preparation, yes. But one of the things that I study is trends. I'm so thankful for my research for the PhD as far as research goes, because I've mentioned it on this platform, Nielsen's is a report they put out every year, and it talks about the trends of what's happening in America. But I read the one for Black people specifically, right? When you think about how they beat us everywhere, it's because they study us. They know what we like. They know what we don't like. They know where we shop. They know what shows we watch. They know how long we sit in front of the TV. They know what telephones we like. They know everything about us. They study us. So when we get to something 5 years from today, they're already there waiting for us, because they're paying attention to like where we're going, what we're doing. So they already know it. They know what jobs to already have before we do. They know what's happening in the insurance. They know everything before us because they study the trend.
Yep.
And so we, as the adults and the parents, as we're rearing our children, and by children, I mean anybody under 30, we have to be thinking and talking to and explaining, hey, you need to know these things, but you also need to question. You also need to look under the rug. You also don't take everything at face value. Critical thinking is important. Understand, ask, but verify. Does this really happen? Does this? And then if it did, why? And how does this thing impact something that's about to happen in 5 years? And in 5 years, does that happen? How does that impact me and my job and my health and my medical and my benefits? In 7, we got to start thinking. That's one of the things I love about what I do as a strategist is it's not looking at what's happening right now, what the left hand is doing. It's what is the right hand in that this has my attention, but the right hand is back here doing something else. But we sit steadily looking at right here. Figure out what that right hand is doing.
And if I can also just add to that really quickly, just as a TV girly that works in television programming, it's the same, right? I've worked in the news, I've worked in television, and I understand that like even the stories that we receive are things that are all of it is intentional, right? Like think about it this way. When I think about when I think about what I want you all to know, I create a show around it. So do white people, right? When I want you guys to know something or be exposed to something, I, as the producer, can like acquiesce that and then present it in a way that could be considered programming for you, right? So, I mean, just know that. I mean, just think about it. Like, so for Black Friday, they said that we went out and there was a surge upward. We spent way more than 11.9% more than we did, and I think that's a lie, but we can't prove it because the mainstream is saying, I mean, what we know is the president doesn't like to look bad, right? And so, and we know that Elon Love is on his AI skills. He can win elections, so clearly he can say, oh, online sales went up and you spent more than you've ever spent before. See, your boycotts aren't working. Those things aren't working, So I love what Dr. LaNée said, just like making sure that your eye is on the swivel and you don't believe everything. You don't believe everything that you hear. You just can't. You can't.
I feel like Black folks, I'm only gonna speak for myself. We didn't spend crazy. I know I ain't even shopped yet. I didn't do not $1 in Black Friday sales, not a single one.
Me neither.
And I know just based on my colleagues and my peers and what's happening in our community around money and dollars, we ain't spending money like that. So if money was spent, it was not us. I'm not saying folks did not shop. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I do think that people shopped, and I do believe that folks spent money. So that isn't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I definitely don't think it was at the numbers of what they're saying.
Yeah,
America is on fire. People are not out here spending money like that. I don't believe them. I call bullshit and I call them a lie.
Correct.
I think for me, the part that I believe is
BS,
Dr. Boyce, because in the market space, actually African Americans are right now very active in the stock market, and the stock market did very well. So I'm not surprised. To me, I can see where they may have spent a lot of more money because they made more money, and because they made more money. So maybe the report might be skewed, but I also believe that on the also flip side, our young people are making more money now because they're very involved in the stock market. I have a lot of friends that are young African Americans that are really using the market to make a lot of money now. So maybe not the regular working people have money, but some other people do. And when they make a lot of money, so they spend more or they buy high ticket items now. So that's also something we should think about as well. That's the positive that is happening that we're not talking about, that is really happening. So,
I mean, well, we only represent 13% of the United States. So even if we didn't spend, I don't know if the dent is, you know what I mean? Like if America went out and spent money on the internet or online, because that was the ticker. It was online sales were higher. I just don't think it was us. I don't think we were doing it. So
yeah, it won't be like we really affected it.
Another commercial, another video.
Yeah. Let's hit another video.
A lot of people do not understand the difference between being rich and being so astronomically rich that you actually impact the lives of other people. People don't just hate billionaires for being rich, right? Like NFL and NBA players are very rich and no one really hates them for their money, right? People hate billionaires for having such a vast sum of wealth that they actually negatively affect others by holding on to such an extravagant sum of money and preventing it from flowing through the economy like it naturally would have. Say you have 100 million, right? There is nothing you can't do in life, right? Like there is no luxury you can't afford. You can get any house, any car, any vacation, any article of clothing. There is nothing you cannot do, right? Elon Musk has 4,000 times that. That is why people want to increasingly tax the rich and their capital gains, because every April come tax season, we are taxed at a rate that actually affects your life and your ability to provide for yourself. Whereas we have these people sitting with 4,000 times an already unspendable sum of money who don't have to pay as much relatively. That's the shit. It's not just like jealousy or trying to discredit people's hard work and success. It's the fact that you have such a vast, freakish sum of money that you are able to sit on while other people actually struggle through their day-to-day life. Even if you made the idea, the vast majority of the production that actually generates the wealth is going to be done by average people who are struggling.
Okay, so that is good. It's so good I had to go and look it up, right? I asked, how many millionaires are there? How many billionaires are there? And have we ever lived in a time like this? So according to Forbes, there are 3,028 billionaires worldwide with a combined net worth of 16.1 trillion. The United States has the highest number of billionaires with 902 of those, okay? The US had 21,951,319 millionaires in 2023, according to Al Jazeera. The number of millionaires in the United States has risen by 187% since 2000. While historical periods have been significant wealth accumulation, today's concentration of wealth is driven by factors like the rise of technology, the expansion of global markets, and changes in financial systems. We've never lived in a time like this before.
Yeah,
that's true.
And messed around and gave us the internet, AI, all the things.
Beyonce's internet. The number is more than double. Yeah, that's wild. So in a little in kind of sort of a, can it happen? Elon Musk says AI and robots will make. I don't think it's gonna make everybody rich, but we are living in a time where I think anybody can be wealthy.
Yes,
I think anybody can make money in the time that we're living.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that. Rich versus wealthy. I think that in our community, we always have that conversation. I think it's said like back in the day, it was like Shaq is rich. The person who signs this check is wealthy.
Right.
Right. So are you going for rich? Or are you going for wealthy? And in today's day and age, I think it's kind of swung. What do you think, Aisha? And actually, we're getting close to let's do stats. Do we do stats real quick, and then we'll do our final thought before we get out of here. Any more stats?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Let's do our stats, and then we'll do our final thoughts.
Okay. Perfect.
MIT's Iceberg Index says AI is capable. It's capable of replacing 18 million U.S. jobs. 80% of Black workers are in jobs with high automation risk. 80%. AI could increase productivity by 30 to 60%, but most wealth benefits companies first.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't got to pay you. They can have the robot come in, make the initial investment, not pay you, and then that's how they're gonna do that. Only 7% of Black-owned businesses use advanced digital tools. And so automation is projected to deepen wealth concentration, similar to the Industrial Revolution. And so as we get ready to head out of here, I think my last question will be around, I kind of started alluding to rich and wealth. When we think about the opportunities that are out there for AI, do you think that the opportunity for Black people to become rich or wealthy exists? And if so, how? And then that's our final thought, and tell people how they can reach you. I'll start with you, Aisha.
Thank you. Yeah, the ability to be make us rich or wealthy. I think it depends, right? It depends on how much we want to implement what AI has to offer us, and also how we feel about it. But I also believe that at the end of the day, we have to think about what works for us and where we are today and what we're planning to be in the future. And if we have children like myself, when I speak, I always speak from my point of view and how I am raising my own kids in this day and age, is thinking about the future and also today. And I know that would I make them rich or wealthy? It depends on how they want to apply it. I have a child that really believes in making things simple and personal touch, and I always remind them about that, because I believe, when you're a wealthy person, it's not about money. It's about the impact that you make. Rich is also about money. Just okay, you have money, that's it. But somebody that's wealthy has money and also has an impact that they make to the human beings around them. To me, that's more important. And so I believe that, AI is here to stay. Our goal is to, test it, see how it does, and then make sure that we apply it properly, where we're not hurting other people, but we're making our life better because of it, not the opposite. And where can you find me? I'm in the Black Business School as a coach, and also www.aishaverzi.com. If you have any questions regarding finance and insurance, I can help.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Miss Black Hollywood, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to what you want. I think it's all mindset. I think the things, Black people are capable. We are so capable, and we have the capacity, and we are all the things. And I believe that there's a story that we've bought about ourselves, or the country has tried to sell us on who we are. We've embraced that story, some of us, and it keeps us from really seeing that maximum potential that we have. So I would just say it's all about what you want. What you can look around and see all the goodness, and people are getting in on it. I mean, Dr. LaNée just said, like, there's been a 176% increase, or whatever it was. It was like over 100%, right? Increase in millionaires. And so I just think that that's important to know, that like you can be in that number if you want to be in that number, and it doesn't have to be one road or one path. It can be whatever you choose. You can do one thing and then like just and work that into your wealth. So I do think it's possible for us, and I think we're gonna get it. I think we are getting smarter. I think we're moving smarter. I think it wasn't until I started traveling around the country with Dr. Boyce that I understood. I don't know about y'all, but just the whole idea, like, Black people don't do this and Black people ain't doing that. And then I started to get out into the world, and I saw that Black people are actually killing it.
That's right.
We are killing it. So, I'll just say that we're not at the bottom of everything. I think those numbers are even skewed. Like, don't believe what you read, don't believe what you see, but also just be vigilant, like Dr. LaNée said. My name is Tiara Williams. I'm also known as Miss Black Hollywood and Karma J, depending on the day. Yeah, if you are wanting to support me, I actually have a show if you're in Los Angeles next Thursday. I have an album listening party. It's the Love Hangover official listening party. We are at the Tribe in Inglewood. So if you are in the city, it is free between I want to say 7 and 9. So you can just come on through, especially if you be one, come on through.
First of all, let me say the album is amazing. If you have not listened to the album, go listen to the album. I told Tara, I was bumping her album one day when I was cleaning, and I was listening to it like I was listening to Beyonce. Like it song after song after song. I had to remind myself, this is my home girl I'm listening to. It was so well put together. I was feeling the songs. I had to keep reminding myself, like, this is my home girl. And you gave me my flowers the other day, so let me give you yours. You inspire me and you motivate me. And the way that, first of all, I've known you for at least 10 years. I didn't know you were a singer. And so when you popped up and was like, yeah, I'm doing an album, I was like, this chick be going after her shit. And so to be in that industry, in that lane, and to follow your heart and to be able to pull this out of yourself, just knowing that it was something that you wanted to do, even with the obstacles and all the things that happen, with start doing an album, people probably saying, why you want to do it? And are you sure? And just, you put together a beautiful piece of work.
Thank
the
you.
artistry is amazing. The songs are relevant. I feel them. And so you did your thing.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
You're
Y'all can go to
amazing.
Karma J. I can go to karmaj.com if you want to jump in the listening room, do that thing. Go to karmaj.com and
So
and listen.
check your girl out, and then tell somebody about it. Let somebody know. Like, go check this out.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
grown folks music. This
Yeah.
stuff on the internet and on the web right now. Listen, we got to support real people because they coming for the music too, the AI music. Like, we got to support folks. Like, go support Tier. Y'all don't get to see her that much, but she does this every day. Like, she is our executive producer. Y'all only see her when we got a little short staff, but every single Monday through Friday at 1:00, she is here in the background telling me to slow down, stop talking so fast, put your hands down. I see your fan, that your hair is blowing. Like, she is back here producing. Y'all don't see it every day.
Every day. I appreciate
If my mood ain't right, go get something.
You better figure it out. Pull it together.
Put it together. Support my girl. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
end
yes.
today with I think I'm gonna let that be my end. Literally, just we gotta support the living. Whether AI comes through, whether robots come through, we are still alive and living. There are still human beings and families and cousins and mamas and daddies who need our support and our love. Even if AI does come through and robots do come through, have a side hustle, have something that nobody can take from you. Learn a hustle, learn a genre, learn something that's relative. I like what Aisha was saying about be diverse. I think we are coming into an age of diversity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just that I don't think you can rely on one thing. Have your job, have your talent, have your skill, but have something else where you can tuck something away and be like, well, at least I can fall back on this.
Yeah.
And if you need help with that, my whole store is on sale for 60 to 75% off right now because I'm retiring all my products at the end of the year because I got a new thing that's coming out. So if you need help with AI, I have an AI class on there. If you need help with writing grants, I have grants on there. If you need help with starting your Instagram, if you need help with anything business related, a wealth product, a digital product, if you go to drlanejavet.com, at the top, it says shop. Click on the shop. Go look at the digital products. Everything is on. Rome is burning. Fire sale. Go get it. The grant writing program I usually sell for $300. It's $80. The AI bundle is $80, and AI programs are like $500. And so, if you need help with anything around your business, go check it out. That being said, thank you for watching.
Wait, Dr. LaNée, wait a minute. Before we go, I want to say real quick. Anonymous says that Black people are not killing it outside of sports and entertainment. And what I want to say, I hear you, right? Like, I hear you, and that's the narrative. But like I said, I think that we are studying more. We are becoming sharper. I think we are growing. I see the uptick. Maybe that we haven't caught up with everyone else, but that's intentional and by design. We know that. But I do think that we are improving. I think that we are moving upward. So I just wanted to say that because, Anonymous always talking shit.
I would say
Absolutely.
that Anonymous is dead wrong. We are killing it, but they're
They're
not going
killing
to
it.
show that. They're not going to show it. They're not going to say it. What they are going to do is keep perpetuating the image that America seems to want to believe about Black people. They're going to keep showing that up front. They're going to keep showing that to you because they have to make the others believe it too. When we know and we see who we are and what we do. And so we need more people to speak truth to light. Are there some folks fucking it up for the rest of us? Absolutely. I'm sorry I'm a little bit cursive today. I try not to curse on TV and on the shows. I don't like that to be part of my brand, but I do curse, and I just try not to do it in front of y'all. But we need to do more speaking truth to light and saying, nah, that's not what I know. That's not what I see.
That's right.
When folks talk bad about Black men, nah, that's not what I know. That's not what I see. Black men, nah, that's not what I know. Nah, that's not what I know. That's not what I see. I always come through. I'm always going to wear the cape for the Black man. I'm always going to wear the cape for the Black woman.
That's right.
Business, because the world will teach us that it's something different. And if we walk around spewing that same thing, we are doing their work for them. There is so much brilliance in our community that has been dimmed, stolen, whitewashed.
That's right.
Transferred, trampled, all the things. We can't do it too.
That's right.
Agreed. Okay. All right. You can go ahead, and thank you for watching. What'd you say?
Okay, thank you for watching Fly Nubian Money, where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money. AI is already here, so preparation is our power. Make sure you text Queens to 87948 so you never miss an episode. As always, stay Black, have a blessed day, be beautiful, and be one. We'll see you tomorrow.